Hey, this is Mike Lindsay from Vital MX, and welcome back to another episode of Rumormill. As I say at the top of this segment, Rumormill is just as it sounds. It's the rumors. It's what's milling around the industry. It's what people are talking about around the pits. It's not official, but there's enough smoke in it. We think there's fire, and there's a good chance these could happen, so that's why we're bringing them up. And actually, for today's, we have some pretty much in-person proof we witnessed, so we think there's really, there's a lot to this one. So anyways, moving into it, the Rockstar Energy Husqvarna team's outdoor lineup has been a little bit of a question mark for us. With Dean Wilson's injury, we initially did not expect them to put anyone else on a bike because going into the season, they would have Malcolm Stewart on a 450, RJ Hampshire, Styles Robertson, and Jalek Swoll on 250s. Even though it started the year as a five-man team, we were guessing that their contracts with Rockstar and most of their major sponsors probably mean they only need to field 4 bikes. And, like Fly, there's a couple of sponsors that are specific to the 250 program, with them having 3 250s and 1 450. We figured, that'll be fine. But then they announced that Shane McElrath would be filling in for Dean Wilson a couple days ago. And that kind of got my head scratching a little bit because, it's cool. Good opportunity for Shane. They did announce it would only be until likely Dean's, until Dean is able to come back, albeit they announced it at 4 rounds. We think it's going to be longer than that. Dean's talked about how anemic he is from his injury and stuff. We don't suspect to see Dean back, possibly that, until maybe a little later. Either way, Shane's wasn't a definite full season fill-in, but still okay. So they're going with 5 bikes, we think. Why would they put Shane on a bike if it maybe contract-wise they didn't need to? Then it got interesting in the fact that we really haven't seen Malcolm Stewart post anything about outdoors yet, any training. We haven't seen him in California testing. I haven't seen anything from Florida. There were some rumors about his knee being injured in Supercross, either from the wreck he had a couple rounds to go or maybe even from the Barsha incident. Well, based on what we saw today, we would say there's a pretty darn good chance that, yes, Malcolm Stewart is injured, likely having surgery and taking the outdoors off. The reason we say that is RJ Hampshire was at Glen Helen today riding a Rockstar Energy Husqvarna FC 450. Now, don't get me wrong, we see 250 guys from time to time ride 450s and outdoors for practice. It happens, but we're just 2 weeks out basically from the first national of the year, and these guys are in full testing mode. The Husky team WP guys are there. You had Malcolm's mechanic CeeLo working for RJ today. A lot of guys paying attention to that bike. Took us a minute to notice they were running with 250 graphics on it, but a little too throaty to be a 250. Quickly became obvious. So yes, RJ's riding the 450. They're putting a little too much effort into the testing on it. He's probably racing it because they had Styles out there testing as well. They had Shane testing. We believe Swoll, even though we didn't seem to believe he's on the bike, everything should be good, which will explain. So if Malcolm is out, that would thin down the team size even more. And would explain why they're bringing Shane in. So you would have Shane and RJ riding 450s and Styles, Robertson, and Jalek Swoll on the 250s for outdoors. Again, this sucks. We don't know with Malcolm's situation. We talked to a few people we ran in today, and unsure if Malcolm's knee injury is, I can't remember which round it was, a couple rounds ago when we had a pretty big wreck, if it's from that or if it's from the Barsha incident. We've heard suggestions on both of them. Maybe one and the other finished it off. If it was from the Justin situation, that you can imagine that is probably not going to go over super well, considering Husky, Gas, KTM are all owned by the same company. That would not be a fun conversation to have, putting one of the riders out if that were the case. Again, not saying it is, just rumor it's floating around. But either way, we would definitely say at this point that, the rumor mill is that Malcolm Stewart will not be racing the Outdoor Nationals, sadly. So we are down another guy there. And that RJ will likely be racing a 450 the whole season. So at least for this episode. Throw thoughts in the comments section below. Give us a thumbs up, like, subscribe if you like these features, and stay tuned for more.